It's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine. All right. So now we streaming and here we go. Don't worry. I can't
Yay.
hear anything, so I can
I
take
know.
this out.
Yeah.
I can take
Yeah.
that out. Yeah, we're
Can you
listening to.
still hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly fine.
All right. How about this goes in this, baby? So no, actually, we were sitting here, and then we had the extra time. So then we were like, you know what? Let's
No,
try.
you were like that. Stop that. Because you know I'm all about time and being prepared, and
So then
I
I
don't like this.
said, I
That's
said,
all right. That's all
let's start.
right.
Now, you know
Hold
what? I
on.
forgot my glasses. I can't see far away.
Yeah, hold on. Because
Oh,
Okay.
trust me, she changed cameras on me and everything.
Oh
So
Lord, hey, that extra 30 minutes was time well spent. It sounds like you
no, no, it wasn't.
no, we
No,
were all the way
no,
set
we
up.
were
We were
set.
we were actually in the room, and I was like, well, let's try the new setup. We got time.
Yeah, and
Welcome
that's
to
Okay.
not
his
great.
world. Welcome to his world.
Hey, I
All
appreciate
right.
you guys so much. So it's really great to meet you. I want to have you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves.
All right. Go ahead, husband.
Yeah. Well, my name is Frederick Brown, and
I'm the husband.
yeah, I'm the husband, right? But hang with the
Yeah,
Brown.
the husband.
Yeah,
Yes.
hang with the Brown. I'm the
And
husband.
I'm G Brown, the lifestyle changer, the other half of hanging with the Browns.
Yes.
It's
What else you
so
want to
nice
know?
to meet you guys.
I know. We've been
I have
watching a
been
lot of your channel recently, most
saying we've
definitely.
been watching. I have been watching your channel as well. I've been seeing you guys all over, and I see a bunch of upcoming things that are super exciting. So I'm really excited about what's happening with you. I saw the same thing happen to you as what happened with me when I interviewed with Carrie, and what
Ah,
happened to my channel. What happened to
yeah.
y'all channel? Can you just tell the people
It froze,
about
you
the
mean?
Carrie Man effect?
No, we were hit with the homestead how. Let me see. Actually, on our channel, one of the things that I like is to hear from people, especially if they don't have a channel. They're doing
Mhm.
this carnivore lifestyle, and that's one of the things that I was putting out to the channel. And every time I turn around, they're like, "You and Carrie personality, you guys, you need to interview Carrie." And I say, "Okay, you know what?" So I sent them an email. I said, "Carrie, I'm trying to interview people on my channel, but they keep telling me to reach out to you. So here I
Mhm.
am." And then we set it up, and the rest is history. I mean, he's wonderful, especially in this community where he's trying to get this message out. And so he gave us a boost, and I've tried to do that for others as well, because you can't be selfish in anything that you do. All right. There's
Right.
no blessing in the selfishness.
That's
So
right.
we did that, and even now I tell people, come to the channel, but you don't have to subscribe. I want you to like us and what it is that
Yeah.
we're doing and what it is that we're saying. So they've been subscribing, so I guess
They must like y'all. I like
they
y'all.
like us.
You guys are awesome. I love what
Thank
you're
you.
doing on your channel. I love the fact that you guys are boosting people who are new, people who are new to carnivore and talking with them. I met Carrie. I saw Carrie start showing up on my feed. I didn't have I had my channel, but I wasn't active at all. I
Mm.
wasn't doing anything on my channel. And he was saying, start your YouTube channel. And so what I did was I looked around. I didn't find you guys, but I didn't find anybody out there that looks like me and you doing
Right.
in this space. And so I said, I'll go ahead and start my channel. When I met with Carrie and interviewed with him, my channel literally went from 119 viewers to 600 viewers overnight. It was just amazing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
It
love
is.
what
It
Carrie
is.
is doing because he's supporting people. He's supporting all the new YouTubers. He's also doing the carnivore diet movie, which is just amazing.
Yes.
So, do you guys have any thoughts on the carnivore diet movie and what he's doing over there in that space?
Well, one of the things I say is that he's changed the carnivore community.
Yeah, we feel the exact same way. It's amazing, and it's the more you get into this and see how much um uh I guess how much information out there that's actually misinformation, how much information eh, pretty much talks against what we're doing and what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish. Looking at big farmer and seeing the money that's behind this, you know, I think it's needed. It's
Yeah.
really needed to really be able to reach the masses of people. We're doing, I think, an awesome job here on YouTube,
Yeah.
but it's much bigger than YouTube, and so I think being able to take it to another platform is going to make all the difference in the world.
So
Yeah.
what's next? What are you guys thinking about? Anything in the works or?
Oh, for us?
For us, it's always a cruise for us.
Yes, yes.
So, oh, very good, Rhonda. You know what? I want you to talk. I got to go get a pair of glasses. I can't see this
Okay.
far away. So keep talking, baby. I'll be
Okay.
right back. Oh my
All
God. I
right.
got to get some glasses.
Uh-oh. What's next in the works?
Go ahead. Talk about the
Cruising,
cruise.
cruising.
Yes,
That's
yes,
what we
yes,
do.
yes.
I mean, I'm not talking about next year. I'm talking about in a couple of weeks. Going back again.
Okay.
So we stay on the
Awesome.
water. We stay on the water. It's all about relaxation for us and being on the water. And now it's a great opportunity for us to share a carnivore experience on the ship as well. I mean, we're
Yes.
there with unlimited food to eat, a whole bunch of meat, and we get excited when people watch us and see us eating nothing but meat, asking us questions. So yeah, we
Yeah.
look forward to it.
And which led us to, well, we had the shirts. This was it, and the QR code on the shirts
Yeah.
lead you to our channel and information. And then I took it further to do we have cards. I know when I did an interview, when I interviewed Carrie, he has some cards and he has the websites, the channels on the front. I know people, they'll lose a card, typing that in, make a mishap. So I actually have a QR code on our card, hold your camera over it, and all the links come up. So then that
Oh,
way
wow, that's
they can,
nice.
yes, they can click to us, they can click to Dr. Chafee, Dr. Kim Berry. I even have Carrie on there, Dr. Baker. I have others on there, for them to get the medical side of this and also regular people.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is the Carnivorous Grandma Speaks portion of what I'm doing on YouTube.
Yes.
And my objective is to speak to carnivores
Mm-hmm.
and also other people doing different versions of the proper human diet, as long as it's within the proper human diet spectrum, like Dr. Berry says. But focusing in on carnivore right now because of the amazing health benefits that I'm seeing. And then also to talk to and have the voices of these physicians that are the experts, to talk to them, because I'm finding that in our community in particular, there is a really big push, huge push toward plant-based eating, the fake meat and all of that stuff that's just 100% chemical. So how did you end up here? How did you end up?
So for
First of all,
me,
how did you end up as a vegan, right?
right.
Yeah. And then how did you get to carnivore from there?
She ended up as a vegan by messing up one of my birthdays. So go ahead and tell the story.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So we went to Hawaii. We have friends there in Hawaii, and his wife and my husband shared the exact same birthday. And then her husband's birthday is 2 days later. So they're like December babies. And when we went over, and then that morning, she informed us that they were vegan And I'm thinking, when y'all were in this on the mainland, y'all were eating everything, and now all of a sudden y'all came over here and y'all vegan. And why you didn't tell me this before we got here? And so then I said, why? And then she said, I watched a documentary, What the Health. I said, okay, let me let's look at it. And instantaneously, I was vegan. And then I said, you vegan too. I told him he was vegan too. So it was 4 vegans at that time. And that's how it started. He fell off
quickly.
No, I think well, you know what? You might be trying to tell more of the truth right now, huh?
Yeah, because I traveled quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
Time
and he
I
wasn't
couldn't wait to hit the road.
And he wasn't complaining. Now at home, at this point, I had got rid of all the meat. And gave it to my daughter, and just got rid of it. And but I never really pushed anyone to become vegan. And and we were riding in the car, and I looked at him and said, "You've been cheating." And he told me, "What?" I said, "You've been cheating." He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Because you're not complaining." And I know how he feels about breakfast food. And so he just kind of he and he I know you cheated. He's like, "Well, I'm vegan-ish." I said, "Okay, well, I'm not cooking meat at home. So whatever you do out on the road, that's on you." And then I had to get you back in shape when you get home, because for some reason, with all the information that's out, and you would think that the pretty fruits and vegetables and stuff are the best thing for you. They look good and they taste good. And I think, that's natural. That is what God wants us to have. Well, listen, 4 years, 4 strong, good years. And then, but nothing in my body was better. And I think that's another reason why I did not push that on others. Now, when I had events, I did, all of my meals were meatless. Every now and then, I think after 3 years, I actually bought some meat, and it was like I baked chicken, something like that for him, which he was surprised. And I said, yeah, I didn't want to smell it, just nothing.
Yeah.
And then our body continued breaking down. Just so the viewers will know, he turned 60 at the end of this year, and I turned 60 the middle of next year. And so this is our road to 60. And our vehicles from the 60s was just really breaking down. They were looking good on the outside, though, but honey, if you lift that hood,
same.
They were
Same
not
here.
looking good on the inside at all. And so with that, a change needed to happen.
So, so you watched the movie What the Health, and that was compelling enough for you to make an immediate change. I haven't seen that movie.
I'm a manipulator of food anyway. If we, that you do that when you diet, you go on the cabbage diet. Well, I'll manipulate the food for the cabbage diet. And I think what I learned is, if I ever told myself no on something, it became difficult. So I changed those words to not right now, and then I can handle it. Not right now, I can have this in 30 days, or not right now, I'll, have it later, and later you don't want it anyway. It'll just end up being a craving that you have. So if we were doing the 10-day smoothie, we were doing the cabbage diet, the egg diet, the vegetable drink diet, what else? Just
put diet at the end
of everything.
Any diet, any and all diets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here. Yep. Totally get it.
But in that movie, in that documentary, they scared me, and you know, a lot of times things will be geared to that. It had more to do with contaminated meat. Now, oh my God, I don't want that. No wonder I'm not feeling good. So you think that's the answer, and then that's what I went with.
Yeah, definitely scare tactics.
Yeah, and
Yes.
that didn't work either.
No, it doesn't. I have a grandson. He's about 17 years old and he's a vegan. And I'm very concerned about his health, actually, because there's nutrients that he's not going to get, and he's a young teenager. He's not going to eat right anyway. You know what I mean? Even if he could get all the nutrients that he needed from his vegan diet, which he can't, he he wouldn't do all that anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just concerned about him.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, yeah, the problem is it's really a slow process, and so someone can be on that particular diet and not really feel the effects, for years down the road, right? And then at
Mm-hmm.
some point you realize that you got a series of issues that you're dealing with that actually stemmed from, years of bad habits, bad diet, that sad diet. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just unfortunate that it takes so long. Just like with smoking, for many,
Yeah.
many years when we were kids, smoking, you never saw, I don't think they even had
They didn't have
anything
one.
from the general surgeon about
No, that
smoking
was
on
later.
cigarettes. That became
Mm-hmm.
later, right? 20
Right.
years later, then they found out that it's, killing people, causing cancer and all kinds of issues. Same thing here. It's going to be a matter of time before.
Well, I want to add that just like the carnivore diet, there are different levels to it. It's the exact same thing with the vegan diet. There are different
Mm-hmm.
levels, meaning you can be a raw vegan, okay?
Mm.
And that is just that. You're not cooking it, you're eating raw. And then you can have where you are cooking, but you limit the processed foods. But then there's the one that, as long as there's no meat in it, there you go. Example, Oreos. There's no meat product
Right.
whatsoever in an Oreo. And honey, when I
Yes.
found that out and I end up with a sweet tooth, guess what I had? Oreos. And then
Yeah.
the same thing with the keto diet. So you have the keto, if you are
Mm-hmm.
a strict keto, where it is that I call it the real food, one ingredient. There's one ingredient, asparagus. There's one ingredient, meat.
Right.
And but and you'll do fine for your body, I believe. But then when you go down that aisle of keto this, keto that, keto, I didn't seen keto
Yes.
popsicles. I didn't see. So
Yes.
because that's on there.
Yes.
So no. And then the same thing with carnivore. There's your strict carnivore, the lion's diet, which that's what
Mm-hmm.
Frederick is. And that's
Okay.
your salt, water, and your ruminant meat.
Mhm.
And then you have those, that's your BBBE, your bacon, butter, beef,
Beef and
and then
eggs.
your eggs, yeah. So you have that. And then you have, to me, the where you can kind of lean, where you with the cheese and the
Mm-hmm.
sour cream, and you're trying to make mayo. Now I did some of this on the channel, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
share because I haven't shared this on our channel yet because it just happened. So recently I did the mayo, and I tried to keep it more carnivore-ish, and I think that was actually, it could have been okay. I did the sour cream, the butter, the bacon, of course, bacon grease,
Mm-hmm.
the egg yolks. I did do a little mustard in it. It's like the boar's head Dijon mustard. I did that, and I made the tuna fish with it. Not tuna,
Mm.
yeah, the tuna with it. The problem is, okay, it wasn't good. Everything was fine, but tuna fish supposed to have relish in it. And so
Right.
I said, no, this is a trap of trying to pull back from the past. And I've always
Yes.
been a sauce monster,
Mm.
not just liking sauce. Everything had a sauce with it, whether it was hot sauce, barbecue sauce, mustard, gravy, Alfredo sauce, it didn't matter. I love sauces. And so that was a struggle for me, especially if I barbecued. It just wasn't enough and I was missing the sauce. Well, I found Primal.
Mm.
And in the Primal, there's no sweeteners. It don't even say sugar, no sweeteners. And I read it, all was well. Okay. So I'm probably on the third day yesterday with the Primal. And today I woke up stiff.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
So,
Something.
but here's the thing. I made that tuna, and so I don't know if it was something in there. Um, the electrolyte has a slight sweetener in it. So I don't know if I can just blame it on Primal, or
Mhm.
I've been adding little bitty things versus just being appreciative of being able to eat whatever I want in regards to meat. So
Right.
I mean, you can just like eat, 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 eat. But I feel, this is just G, I feel that when you try to find something to drink other than water, something to add other than salt, that is that small little door. You know, the word talks about just letting a little bit in, and before you
Mhm.
know it, is this
Mm.
wide, and your body start
Right.
hurting. And
Yeah.
so I
I
got
can
up.
think of a number of scripture with that statement that you just made.
Yeah. And it's
Yes.
like that to me, just be thankful that you can eat 2, 3 steaks if that's what you want.
That's what you
Be
want. That's
thankful in
right.
regards to that because not only are you doing your body well, you are eating and you're satisfied and you're full. And the greediness ends up being, but I want this. Yeah, just stop it. So I
So
just
did you
preach
guys did you
myself.
find that there was you sure did. Did you find that there were any cravings or anything came back with any of those little things that you were adding in?
Well, some weeks ago, I found that certain types of sweeteners or
Any type, ain't no
flavored
certain.
water, anything with a hint of flavoring in it.
You could
Mm.
Um,
say electrolytes without naming
yeah,
a company.
yeah, even electrolytes.
Yeah.
They bother me, and
Mhm.
and my body my body treats artificial flavoring as if it was refined sugar. My body
Oh,
doesn't know the difference.
wow.
So yeah, I'm really strict on what I can and can't do if I don't want to experience any pain. And what I found is, you know, you really got to be careful with some of these drinks. And I know we were it was one particular drink. I knew something was wrong because I kept going in the refrigerator, getting this drink, and then one morning I woke up, I was feeling
Mm.
hungry, and I asked my wife, why am I feeling hungry? I was
Yeah.
still eating meat, but I was feeling hungry, and that was that little artificial flavoring that was triggering something inside of me, which was
Mm.
a light bulb moment for me.
I just
Yeah.
want to clarify on that. So you're not talking about necessarily something that has a sweet taste because I'm drinking these Waterloos and they have natural flavoring. So there may be
Girl, that
strawberry
Oh, hold
listen.
on. Do you know
Oh,
what a natural
oh,
Hey,
flavoring is?
wait a minute. So you
oh,
do
talk
know that's
about that.
Okay.
listen, don't that natural flavoring,
Mhm.
that is to make you feel better about the purchase.
Yeah.
And so if
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so if you're drinking something like that, that's why I said I won't just shoot down the primal barbecue sauce
Right.
because I've had electrolytes that has a little stevia in it that comes like
Yep.
that. But what I do is I make a bottle of the plain and I make a bottle of, because I got so many dang on packs of it now.
I
And
know,
I'll
me
do that.
too.
And then in this, I'll fill the plain to here, and then I'll cap it off with a little of the flavoring to shake it up to just kind of get rid of it.
So
Okay. Yeah.
listen here, Robbie. So
Yes.
anything that says in essence of this, a hint of that,
Mm-hmm.
artificial flavoring, that stuff has some form of sweetener in it. Some form of sweetener
Mm.
that's not real.
Yep.
It's not in the ingredient list.
Right.
It's all
It's a
clubbed
it's a it's
together
a
under
cover.
this
It falls under natural
natural
It's a
flavoring.
covering for
flavoring.
them.
Uh-huh.
It's a covering for them to include those little
Wow.
addictive chemicals, just enough to make
Mm-hmm.
you want to like, I want some more. I
My
want
God.
There
another.
you go.
If you keep
Natural
saying, "Oh,
flavoring
yeah,"
is a scam.
if
That's
you,
it.
yeah, if you want more, there's a reason you want more.
Yeah. Yeah.
It had, and so
Yeah.
then let's say, for instance, if this is something that you're drinking, and then you go to eat something else, like I'm saying in regards to the barbecue sauce, and I want to
Mm-hmm.
blame the barbecue sauce, but
And that's not
no,
the
Yeah.
problem.
what I was drinking is like keeping me at that. And so to actually add something took me over the edge. I want to
Yeah.
blame the barbecue sauce, but it actually comes with everything that
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of doing. And so for me, I need to this right now is just water.
Straight water.
It's water.
Yeah.
And I just have
I'm
to
drinking
just,
water.
yeah, I
I'm
just have to
drinking
take
water.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have to say, you know what? That I am thankful for all what I can eat. It's
Yes.
it's remarkable to especially since I learned this the pork belly and cutting that joker up. Now I'm
I
trying to
saw
find
that. That looks so good.
baby,
Oh my
baby.
God. That looks so
First
good.
time I had pork belly, I am not kidding. And when I say to you, I ate that whole pork belly in like a day and a half.
Amazing.
The but now I want to go to hold on, I gotta tell my husband something. I want to go over to the grocery store that's at Santa Fe and Yakin at that Asian market because I think they're gonna have pork belly with the skin on it because I done found another
Yes.
recipe to turn around and
Nice.
do and get that real crispy skin. Okay, I meant to tell you that.
All
Jesus got
right. That sounds okay. That sounds good. I want to just go back to you for a minute though, because what you were saying was that these artificial flavorings were actually triggering some of your symptoms. Both of you guys are saying that, right?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's
Well,
how I know because well,
mine wasn't natural flavoring because I'm aware of that. For me, it was the stevia that's in my electrolyte that I believe was just like baseline for me, just kind of riding down like a catfish at the bottom of the water, at the bottom of the river. And then when I
Mhm.
added something else, the primal barbecue, the first
I took the
day,
way to end it. Yeah.
uh, it didn't trigger. And I was like, oh, I done found me a sauce. Hey, I done found me a sauce. And then the second day, I said, uh-oh, am I feeling something? Wasn't for sure. Then this morning, I'm laying in the bed and I said, oh my God, I'm starting to feel like I did before. And then the first thing I did was this right here. And I said, oh, I'm feeling something in my joints. Oh Lord. And then I
Mhm.
went to turn and I was able to turn normal because in my past, I would have to lay on my stomach and then push my way backwards out of the bed because I couldn't get out of bed other than that. So it didn't make it to that, but I was so thankful
Mhm.
that I recognized it. I caught it. It's not worth it. When I tell you my body is 100% pain, aches, I have zero of that. There's not a joint on. Now, I ain't
Amazing.
talking about today, but prior to, there's not a
Yeah.
joint on me
Mm-hmm.
that hurts from
So
head
immediately when
to
you
toe.
feel that, because you're not feeling any of that. Same thing here, just not feeling. I'm not feeling that. So did like cut out sweeteners just a little over a week ago, but I bought these Waterloos, with the natural flavorings in them. And I had noticed that I do have more pain, but I was trying to, I guess, ignore it because I want to drink something that tastes
Because
like
you want to drink
Because
something.
yeah, you want to drink. You want
Yeah.
to drink something else.
Be
You're right.
thankful.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah,
Robin, be
thankful.
thankful for what we can have, because
Yes.
I really don't look at this as being constrictive. I really don't.
Yeah.
I am able to eat an array of food in the meat category that covers my taste buds. I
Mhm.
mean, I'm starting to drool now just thinking about a steak, honey,
Well,
and
that one for dinner.
woo, and you put that good crust on it. And see, for
Mhm.
me, lamb, liver. I mean, I look forward to, and I feel phenomenal afterwards. So,
Yay.
yep.
So I have a comment up here, and if anybody has questions for Gina, please go ahead and put those in the chat. Lucy is saying that stevia, monk fruit, and erythritol is okay in moderation. First of all, moderation is a lie. Moderation is it's not a real thing, at least not for me. According to a live I watched on Dr. Barry's channel last week.
Okay,
So
I'm not.
what?
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
finish.
I won't. Yeah, I won't
No,
knock that. Go ahead.
no. I think anything that we take into our body is it varies from person to person.
Yeah.
There's one thing about this diet or way of life. It's not for everyone. So like I said, those things she meant, stevia, it has an
Mhm.
effect on me. Erythritol,
Mhm.
it has an effect on me. But it doesn't on my wife
It doesn't affect
the way it does
everybody.
on me.
It
It's
doesn't
like
affect
eating
everybody
pork.
else.
She can eat
Right.
pork. I love bacon. I can't eat it. Well, I
Mhm.
will do
We'll do a
one or
cup.
two pieces, once every week or two.
Oh, I got a
Yeah.
news flash. I know you ate my bacon the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
I
So
ain't say nothing, but I want you to be aware that
yeah,
I knew
yeah.
how many pieces I had left.
So it depends, and it may not affect Dr. Barry, it may not affect, Lucy, but I
Mhm.
guarantee you it will affect me, and you have to
Right.
find those triggers, within yourself. And everyone isn't affected the same way. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I was listening to Dr. Anthony Chafee about a little over a week ago, and he was saying two things that if you're doing these two things, you need to stop immediately. One was artificial sweeteners, and the other was coffee. So that night, I decided to give up the sweeteners, but I'm still drinking coffee. So it just depends on who you ask, literally. The doctors are not all in agreement all the time. But I did give them up. But like they said, it may not affect you. It may not affect you that you can see or that you can tell.
Were you
Well,
drinking your coffee black?
I'm
but
drinking my coffee black.
but
Yeah.
here's the thing: it's ironic you would say that. I was actually watching Dr. Chafee earlier today, and as far as he is concerned, he's given up anything that's not ruminant meat. He's
Yes.
yeah. So he
Yes.
doesn't dibble or dabble in the plant world. And
And that
coffee is
coffee
a bean.
bean.
It's a plant. It's a bean, right? And he talks about
Mhm.
how every species has its self-defense, its defensive mechanism, and coffee has it. People, it's
Yes, it does.
caffeine. Well, that caffeine or whatever that is within the
Mhm.
coffee is designed to keep certain insects and things from eating them, right? So, but we take it in as, it's a little high, or you get a little buzz from the caffeine. Well, that's the
Yeah,
chemical from the bean, you know.
right.
So,
And it's poison, it's toxic,
poisonous,
I
toxic, absolutely,
I
absolutely.
realize that, but I cannot get right now.
So let me just add this. Um, I don't make coffee at home. When we are away, especially on the ship, when we cruised to Alaska, I was cold. And I did go to Starbucks. I get a decaf coffee, no sugar, heavy cream. And that's how I drank it. I drank the first cup, waited to see if it bothered me. It didn't. And so I probably had several cups until that cruise was over. And then he can't drink a coffee black. He wants the sweetener in it. And so that won't work for him.
Right.
It's getting to be chilly here in the mornings, and like this morning, so I created what I deem as my carnivore tea. And that's when
I
I
saw that.
boil my water and I put about whatever this amount is of this, about right there, of butter.
Mhm. A pat,
And
a pat of butter.
uh-huh. And then I open up my baking container because it has a screen in it. And then I get on a teaspoon. It depends on how I feel, whether it be a half a teaspoon or 3/4 of the teaspoon of the little giblets in it. Drop that in, and then I have some tallow that I've used in the past. And like if I don't use all of the bacon, I mean the burger, I'll pour it on top so it's a little seasoned. And then I put a good scoop of tallow in my cup, and then I boil some water. Fill it up, and then I put salt in it, and that's what I hug that cup, honey. And I just take in all that fat, which is good for me. It heats me
Right.
up, and that now removes any urge for coffee.
Hmm. I'll have to
So
try that. I
um,
have seen you doing that, and I'm like, what is that gonna taste like? It's gonna taste like
it
meat.
is
Hmm.
it is delicious. It is really delicious. And
Okay.
then I smoked some beef ribs for him, and I kept the bones. And then that's when I even dropped the bones down in there to get that
Oh,
like a little smoky. I'm telling you, girl, my mouth is just sitting here
mm,
watering
that
thinking about
sounds
it.
good.
It really
Sounds
is. And
good.
so now on the cool mornings, I feel that I'm putting some good oil in me.
Mm.
Yeah. I know I need to give up the coffee, and I'm praying about it. I'm praying about it, y'all.
God gonna give you
Yes,
the desire
Lord.
of
But
your
right now
heart.
he sure is. He is. And I know that I will give it up. And just like that sweetener thing, I've given it for 30 days back at the beginning of my carnivore journey. And I just wasn't ready. But that one day he said, you need to give it up. And then I was able to give it up. So I think it'll be the same coffee that I will be able to give it up as when I'm ready.
Mhm.
So let's see. I want to kind of go back, take a step back and hear how you guys, so you talked about a little bit about the vegan and how you guys were there, but how did you get to carnivore? And what was your impetus to get you guys over here in the carnivore space?
Well,
December 8th of 2022. Go ahead.
well,
Hmm.
well, what she's referring to is I've over the past few years I've dealt with uh, inflammation throughout my knees and ankles, and December
Mm-hmm.
8th was probably the worst episode that I've ever experienced, and it culminated in having inflammation in both ankles simultaneously,
Mm. Oh
and
goodness.
and that was debilitating.
And you
And
couldn't walk.
yeah, I couldn't walk, and she actually, my wife actually uh, video recorded me trying to go to the bathroom one night, And she played it back for me later, and even now when I watch it, it almost brings tears to my eyes, because I can, when I see myself making a journey to the bathroom, I actually feel that pain that I was going through.
Mm.
And so that led to, referrals to a rheumatologist, trying to really figure out what's going on, what's causing the inflammation, and how to treat it. And so over the next 3 or 4 months, I was going back and forth, and pretty much got tired of it and said enough is enough.
No, we
And
eliminated everything out your
yeah,
diet except for chicken
yeah,
Caesar salad.
yeah. So
Mm.
I actually had begun the elimination part, eliminating carbs, eliminating sugar from my diet, and trying to figure out what the triggers were for me. And one of the things that I thought may have been uh, my body, my body's pH is
Mm.
very acidic, and
Was.
yeah, ever since I was a kid. And I knew this. You could tell by, if you looked at my cars. I mean, if I touched the radio buttons, I would rub off numbers or letters on
Oh, wow.
keyboards and in the car. And so I knew my body was acidic, and I thought maybe that was some sort of contributor to what I was experiencing. So, me trying to self-diagnose, because they, as far as I was concerned, I was just as smart as the doctors, because they couldn't tell me what was wrong. So I figured I could guess it myself, right?
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
so, so finally, I just quit going to the doctor, and maybe a
Mm.
month later, after being on this chicken Caesar salad diet for over 30 days and still getting flare ups, my brother in law, my wife's brother, visited, and he started talking about the carnivore diet. He knew someone, and he's talking about how much the guy had lost weight. And so I wasn't concerned about the weight. It was the pain that I was more concerned with, because I already lost a lot of weight. So it was the pain that really triggered me, or piqued my interest. And that day, it was May 26th, 2023. On that day, so it was 129 days from, as of today.
It's
I
Wow,
120.
started.
congratulations.
It's 127 for me. I ain't start right away. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm not finna eat no meat.
yeah, yeah.
Oh no.
So when he started talking about um, uh, the diet, and what it entailed, and the fact that I could eat all the food that I love, reintroduced bacon and eggs and steaks, and I just kind of pipped up. I was excited about this diet. Since when can you be on a diet and really enjoy what you eat? It
And then
didn't
eat
make
as
sense to
much
me.
as you
And eat
want.
as much as you want.
That's
Yeah, yeah,
crazy.
yeah. So I was
That's
excited
crazy.
about that. Yeah, it is. It really is. So that's how
I
I
feel
got to that
foolish
point.
when I even try and tell people. It's like, listen, you can eat
Mm.
as much meat, but I need you to eat the fat first
Eat
Yeah,
to
the
make
fat
sure you
first,
get enough.
yeah.
Yeah, I always say eat the fat first, because if you're eating, first of all, I don't want no cold fat. That's just that's just me. And so I eat all my
Mhm.
fat first. And then, I mean, if I get in the rest of the meat, then so be it. If I don't, then oh well. I took that fat
Right.
in. That's yeah. So it just really sounds butt backwards.
It does sound that way. I actually was having a conversation with a lady at church yesterday and trying to explain to her about being on the carnivore diet, and she was looking at me like I had 3 heads. She was
yeah,
like, "So you just eat only meat?"
yeah,
It doesn't compute, because our whole programming, right, for all of our lives has told us that we have to eat the rainbow of fruits and vegetables,
And lean meat.
and minimize the meat, measure, and yes, lean meat, no butter. I mean, that's gone back and forth whether or not butter is okay or not.
Or
Um,
margarine.
yeah.
And then they turn
So,
around and put vegetable on oil to make it seem
right.
like, oh, okay, this is better for you, vegetable oil. Yeah, we just been lied all the way
yeah.
across.
I see. Carnivore Dude made a note. a comment that I was on a walker and cane, and he's absolutely right. Going through that episode,
Oh
I
yeah.
was on a walker. You know,
We have the
uh,
video up on our website on our channel.
yeah.
But you know, Robin, one of the things that I because when I'm talking with people and I say eat only meat, all of a sudden sometimes your brain is like, well, what do you eat? What Okay, only meat. So what I ended up doing for this past week, I've created a PDF, and today was the
Sweet.
first time that I sent it to someone, and I just need to make one change, well, add something to it. But outside of that, on our channel, I have a video that says start here.
Yes.
And I'm going to, what this PDF is, it is a menu for 4 weeks. Sunday
Nice.
through Saturday. It's a menu for 4 weeks. And I let you know that this is a sample menu to show you what it looks like. Then following that, you have 4 blank menus. And for you to fill that in on what you want to eat, because it might be something on the menu that you don't like. And then ruminant meat, I have the top 10 of it, and it explains that. And then your top fatty meats that you can purchase, from pork belly, rib eyes. So I list all of that, and then instructions on the next 2 pages. So it's about
Nice.
14 pages long. And
That's awesome.
I ended up, so that's something that I am going to offer on our channel as well. I want to be able to answer those type questions. So, you know, and it's a visual, I'm a visual learner. So I did that. I break it down, and now you go with your budget and you fill in. But I will tell you, the first week I have you eating 3 times a day. The second week you're eating twice a day. Because if you are eating massive meals, by that second week, now you broke it down to 2 times. Weeks 3 and 4, I have you eating 1 massive meal, because I know that over time, because in the beginning, honey, we was eating. You hear me? Yeah, all day just eating. At least I was.
I never ate. I never really ate more than 1 meal a day unless we were on a cruise ship. And normally
Really?
normally just one for me. It's a big meal though. I mean, it was a big meal. But now I find myself. Then I found myself not wanting to eat as much. And then as of late, I found myself now I'm craving more meat. You know, so I take out 2 and I look at her and I'm like, okay, you gonna eat that meat? Because I think I want that other steak.
Yeah. I'm getting a little bit of a feedback from your, I'm not sure if you guys have mics on, but there's a little bit of feedback that I'm hearing on your side, I think. Okay. Yeah.
Have only been
All right.
Your mic.
Okay. Yes. I just want to put this up here because I'd like to hear some of the benefits that you guys have achieved through your new way of eating. So it says y'all have only been carnivore 6 months and you have the results that fast. I've been watching y'all for it seems like that long, and that's from Mandel Harvey.
Hey, Mandel Harvey, yes. Wait, I'm trying to move my mic.
I think
down
one of the
Okay.
contributing factors to at least my results was the fact that, you know, I had already, before I started carnivore, I had already eliminated a lot of stuff from my diet. So I came into carnivore. When I came into carnivore, I was already over 30 days without carbs, or in 30 days without sugar. So I think that threshold for me, I was real close to where I needed to be. And when I went carnivore and eliminated the chicken Caesar salad and
the lettuce and the
lettuce
dressing
and
was
the
actually
dressing, when I
keeping him fit.
eliminated that, it just pushed me over the edge real quick. You know, I think that's why I was able to move so quickly.
That's awesome. Have you had any other?
I think that you still, look at me telling, I think now I know you had cut out everything, but every blue moon, like you might try and drink a beer to see if that
No, I
affected
didn't drink a
you.
beer. No, I haven't had a beer. No.
When you didn't have a beer,
That's since I started. I haven't had a beer.
I'm talking chicken Caesar salad days. You might have like tried a little something, but I'm 100% in agreement that when you started, there was nothing. The only thing you gave up was salad dressing and lettuce.
Yeah, I didn't give
And
up. Yeah.
chicken. I mean, because you really didn't even want that anymore. And it just strictly became beef. So the keto flu, he didn't get.
Yeah.
I did.
Yes.
I
Okay.
did. Oh,
Mhm.
yes. And I just looked at him and said, okay, I'm not even getting up today. I'll see you tomorrow. I just had no energy whatsoever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had the keto flu. He didn't. He just switched right over. And I believe that's why within 7 to 10 days, he was pretty much like
Yeah, it was unbelievable for me.
99% just everything. So
That's
yeah,
amazing.
Yeah,
yeah.
and even you go watch one of the videos, $10 million Man. You know, some people watch it, but I don't know if they actually watched it to the end. And it's I went from my mother-in-law's walker and
In
cane
January.
in January to me sprinting into my backyard. I mean, just
Wow. I saw you
yeah,
sprinting. I
yeah,
did
Yes.
see you
yeah,
sprinting.
Yeah,
sprinting into
it
my
has that
backyard.
update on it where
Amazing.
Yeah,
yeah, because someone it was Carrie. He said, you know what? Ready, put it in well, thank you.
yeah,
Yes. Pursuit of bliss. I know.
yeah,
So he did. We went right out back and I stood and just had the camera to catch him like and that's actually him running.
yeah. That wasn't. I
We
didn't
went
speed
on
it
and
up.
did the slow motion because so you can actually see it. But he just like pew went right on by. And I was like, oh, look at my baby can run. I may have to put you in the
That's
senior
awesome.
Olympics.
Yeah,
Yes, you should do it. You should do it. So, let me see here. What else do I want to ask you guys about? I don't see any questions in the comments. So, what are you eating in a day or in a week? And what's your favorite food to cook and eat?
ribeye, 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 ribeye,
Ribeye,
and salt.
ribeye, and sweet.
Ribeye, 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 salt, and water. That's it.
So that
Salt
would
and
be
water.
him.
That's nice.
And
Okay.
it all depends on, let me see. I'm just gonna say within the last 3 days, I had I think I did have some pork belly. I did that. I know I did some steak bites. And I do the hot Eckrich, I guess Hillshire, whoever it is, breakfast sausage, the roll that you
Mhm.
slice and make your own. So I
Yes.
slice that.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
sometimes if the hamburger meat is thawed out, I'll take hamburger meat with that sausage and mix that together and make a patty. And then I'll do an egg. And I like my eggs over medium. All the white
Mhm.
has to be cooked, but I don't
Yeah.
have a
I
problem
like
with
it
a
over
runny
medium
yolk.
too.
He does.
Yeah.
And so I'll have that. I've had now I treated myself today. I did I did a little seafood boil with I use ghee.
Oh, that sounds so good.
I use ghee and obey didn't
Oh.
bother me. I did sausage, the boiled egg, the crab legs, and the shrimp. You're
Mm.
just starting out on the carnivore diet. I would not recommend you adding that within your first 30 days. Let that be like meal 31 to treat yourself. I believe within those
Nice.
first 30 days, if you can stick with beef, eggs, the BBBE, beef,
I
butter, bacon, and eggs. If you can
I
stick with
agree with
those,
that.
and if you feel that you need to pull back off of the bacon, because we was frying up bacon like a whole pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you can eat this, you can eat this.
Yes.
But then he started notice him feeling some kind of way, so he backed off of the pork, and we just found out
Okay.
over time that he's a lion.
Yeah, yeah, because you know,
He can't cheat on nothing.
yeah, you can tell when I cheat. I can tell when I cheat because the way my body will
Yes.
feel and react. But I can't do pork, and I love bacon. I really love me some bacon.
Hmm.
I just can't do it. Not the way I want to do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it the way I want to do it.
So he'll probably have bacon twice a month.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So like on a Sunday, I'll do 6 to 8 slices. 2 of them are his, and it'll just be the 2. And I think around that time you'll have egg, won't you? No?
I mean, but
Yeah.
I'm right now. I'm craving steaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
craving
mean, I
steaks.
might throw that
Mm.
in. Hey, you want a couple of eggs and a couple pieces of bacon, and then he'll have that with his steak, and then that's it. That is it.
That's good. That sounds good.
Well, listen,
So
Rob,
we're all, yeah, go
let me
ahead.
see. My carnivore treat is catfish coated with chicken flour. Now, see, I have yet to find a lard that does not have that BPH or something over in it.
Oh,
It's on the
okay.
container and that's a cancer causing agent. I have yet to find a
Oh,
lard,
okay.
and so what I ended up doing is I haven't fried fish, but I did fried chicken, and I did that in uh tallow. So I've been writing out for those. I'm going to share this.
Hold it before that, because this person here, Disha, asking about beef.
Yes.
Do we use beef in moderation? It's red meat. Disha, I eat meat until I'm satiated, until to
Yes.
satiety. I do not hold back because it's red meat. No, that's
D, I know her. D, listen, I'm telling you, girl, they've been teaching us wrong.
yeah.
I ain't never, ever,
100%
ever
D.
went. Look at here, girl. I ain't never went live about being no vegan. I ain't never went live about no 10-day cleanse. I ain't never I've done none of that. Girlfriend, listen to me. I promise you, eating this way, which is against everything that we've been taught. Girl, we done started a whole new YouTube channel and getting the met. I'm walking around with QR codes on my chest and everything because this is the truth. When I say to you, now look, I'm glad you said that. That's a good segue to this. My glasses is for distance. So I want you to listen to everything that I had. Fibromyalgia, this affected me in so many different areas of my body. One of the ones, first of all, you couldn't hug me too hard. And then if I put even clear polish on my nails would throb so bad you had to take the polish off. It couldn't even be one coat. When I would go and get my feet done, I got this much water. Let me hold it. This much water in there. I would tell them, just do my toes. It didn't bother my toes. Okay, I have 2 bulging discs in my lower back, which I lost some of my mobility in my lower back. An example would be if something dropped on the floor, I would look at it, it would look at me, and somebody else had to pick it up because it was a whole thing for me to, first of all, I couldn't bend that way. And then the way you're supposed to bend your legs, then about couldn't get back up. All right. So then I
Mm-hmm.
had restless leg, urinary tract infections, also known as
Mm.
UTI for those that don't know. Well, I had them about every 6 weeks. And then my sciatica, I developed high blood pressure. I have diverticulitis. For those that don't know, on your intestines, you get these little pockets on the outside. So then certain foods you shouldn't eat because they'll get stuck in the pocket and then the pocket will be inflamed and cause you severe
Mm.
pain. I've developed snoring. I lost my ability to grip and like open up a jar or anything like that. And then I used to get skin tags. Now, to let people know, I didn't forget the year now. It was
Well, what?
my gastric. I think that was
About
12,
10 years ago.
10, 12 years ago. Because we've been here 10 years. So about 10, 12 years ago, I got the gastric bypass sleeve, meaning now I have a reduced stomach. Did y'all remember seeing me skinny? No, you didn't. So I also got back injections because of the disc. I would go, they stuck this long needle on. I also had bursitis on my left hip. I gotta write that one down. I would get these back injections that were horrific, but they lasted for a little bit of time. I was on Percocets for 3 years. I got 120 pills a month. I used to make edibles with CBD and Delta 8. I made gummies. Of course, I was overweight, classified as obese for many years. I was even afraid to sneeze because if I sneeze and my back would shift, then I would be like crooked for weeks to come. I had to roll out of bed on my stomach. I went to the gym 7 days a week for 6 months straight, never missed a day, and I lost 10 pounds. We'll talk about that one later. It used to hurt to walk. Anytime that I was over 200 pounds, the bottom of my feet would hurt by mid to afternoon. I hated to go to sleep at night because when you laid there, now I know the inflammation, my back stayed hot. I would sleep on ice packs, and I had to have the mattress so soft, elevate my feet. And here's a story that I have not told that I'll tell here. I used to have a kiosk in the mall because I have a jewelry business. gbrown.com, GIEBROWN.com. Hey, Carrie.
Carrie.
Yep. And I had a kiosk in the mall, and I remember I was in the mall and the swelling in my leg came all the way up to my thighs. And I ended up calling my husband, and I don't think I was able to reach him, but I had to close down. And at this point, I didn't even care whether my stuff was covered up or not. I knew I had to leave. I couldn't let my legs rub together. I had them gape wide open, and I walked slowly in tears to my car. I got home and I said to him, that was a Saturday. I don't know where you were, but then by the time I got home, I had said to him, I can't go back tomorrow. My legs, my feet, my everything were huge. And I said, I can't do this anymore. What ended up happening is that I ended up with compression stockings. And it took 2 days for my legs to go down where I could actually walk again. And that was the most painful thing that I had ever experienced. And I didn't know how I was going to make it home. I really didn't. And I didn't want to draw attention to myself, but I felt this close to calling an ambulance. And like, but I don't want you to take me to the hospital. I just want you to take me home. If I get home, I'll be okay. That was the worst pain that I had experienced. And it was just through the swelling. And that was just, you remember that?
Yeah.
That was horrible. That was horrible. So now I say to you, for that long list that I just read, I have 0 issues going on with my body right now. Everything is gone. I am on 0 medication. It's remarkable. And it goes
It's
against
remarkable.
everything that we've been taught. And so that's all I can say. And here's the thing. Of course, you'll automatically start thinking about the things that you're going to miss. Baby, what I don't miss that back pain. I don't miss all of that weight, because by the time, let me see, earlier this year, I was 198 pounds and now I'm 143. I don't miss none of that. I miss none of that.
Congrats.
There you go. I miss none of that. And going to the gym 6 months, 7 days a week, and I lost 10 pounds. I've done absolutely nothing but ate right, and the weight just fell.
And the weight just
So
falls off.
it just falls off.
Right.
Your
It's
body
amazing.
actually transforms. And I used to tell my wife, it's amazing. A few years ago I lost probably I think about 70 pounds
Mhm.
in less than 3 months. And
I need y'all to hear what he just said.
yeah, I really took myself through, and it
But it
was
was a
pretty much starvation. It
it
was a
was a
caloric deficit. It was a
yeah.
caloric deficit way of doing it, and it was unhealthy. But now, tell my wife, I get up, go to the bathroom. I feel like my body is transforming. Like, dang, baby, I feel like my muscles are growing. I'm like, I feel like my muscles are growing. Unlike before, and I'm not doing anything.
Robin, here's another first time on your channel.
Thank you. I love it.
Yeah,
He can now pick me up.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
First
awesome.
time in our marriage. You hear me? The first time in our
Wow.
marriage. First of all, I ain't never want to be picked up. And
I
so
think I did hurt my back one time.
I wasn't his size just yet. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. No, you talking about a while ago. I think I got down to like 170 or something like that. And you tried. And I looked at you. I was like, okay. He was like, okay, the scale might say 170, but you still feel
You heavy.
200. Yeah, my stuff is heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a bag of bricks.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. And honey, let me tell you, and then you married, and some of the people on here married too. Your whole married life, your sex life changes with this. Right now, a lot of times people don't even feel like doing it. First of all, a lot of ladies don't want to get naked because of the fact that they have put on a few pounds. And then the man, bless y'all hearts, walk around here thinking y'all sexy with them beer guts. That's what we're going to call it. And so you had that roundness that I now know that part of your penis is up inside of your belly. It ain't where it used to be. And then you got to do all this twisting and turning for the sex life. Well, it ain't like that when y'all both lose weight.
I don't think you knew.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
That's good information. How old did y'all say y'all was again?
60, girl, and you should still be doing it 3 to 7 times a week. Okay. Now, welcome to our channel. Well, I tell it I can't hold water, Robin. I can't hold water. Go ahead.
I'll say this,
I
if
bet
you guys
ask your husband, and he gonna say 7 to 10 times a week. And if your number is 1 or 2, then that's a big gap. And so he might need to come down a little bit, but you got to go up a little bit. But if you're not really feeling good about yourself, and then some women talk about like dryness, I ain't got that issue. Excuse me. And so, those are different issues that you can have. Okay.
Yeah.
Since you brought it up.
Since you brought it up.
Mr. Brown. Out here tossing her. Yes, honey, you better tell it. You better tell it. No, listen. Okay, y'all, listen to me. Y'all, now I'm really getting into it. So, when you're watching television and you have like, first you got the skinny people and they in the sex scene, and doggone well when your man lay on top of you, he riding a little high. He is riding a little high. And then they got these little moves where like he sit down with you and your legs wrapped around here. Doggone well, y'all mid-sexes can't come together no more. We ain't got that problem no more. Yeah, I can wrap my legs around him. That's what I'm saying. You need to be happy in your married life now. And if this is something that you can do to make it better, y'all better come on. I'm trying to tell you.
You should add that
need to do this just for the sake to get your penis out your stomach. Okay. Up and drink my water.
All right,
Robin. What?
We are at 1 hour and 11 minutes. So how much time do you guys have? I know that I got y'all started late.
I work from home.
Okay, me too.
YouTube is my job. So what you want?
Okay. I was just gonna ask you how you have so much time to work on YouTube. I'm like struggling. I'm trying to do like videos almost every day, and it takes so much time and effort. People, you don't realize, if you're not a YouTuber, you don't realize how much effort goes into making this product. And you guys' product is slick. I'm telling you, I'm jealous. I need you to come over here and help me with mine, because I'm just piecing it together. You guys'
Girl,
presentation
then
is
you just need to
awesome.
YouTube what you want to do. That's all I did. They out there. You just put it up on the TV, and then you just work with your computer. Yeah, everything from our little people coming to wait. I have a young lady that's been with me, I think, since our very first show. And so she's an honorary plum. She got some numbers behind her name, but I just remember the plum part.
Oh
That
yeah, I
comes,
see her here.
she on here. Where my baby at?
I think I saw Plum up there somewhere.
Yes. So she's been with me, and it might be some others, but when I tell you she will inbox me, she inboxed me. No, yeah, she inboxed me and told me how she helps me with my intros.
Oh,
I
that's
value
awesome.
her. I really, really do. I mean, when I say she's been with me and comment, now I have a lot of people. So y'all don't start saying, what about me? What about this plum moment right now? Okay. I had to do that with my kids too. But what about me, Ma? This ain't your moment right now. This is her moment right now. And when I say to you that I can be thinking of something like, I think I need to change that. Then she'll inbox me and she gives me little breakdown, and I appreciate it. We
That is
ride
so
or die
awesome.
right on out to the end. We riding this joke till the wheels fall off. But I learn a
That's
lot of
awesome.
it from YouTube. I really do. If it's something that I want to do, like Canva. Well, good. I'm glad. Thank you for hanging out with the
I feel the same
brown.
way.
Yeah,
Yes.
I tell people on the channel, ain't no subject off limits. Look how he looking. Bless his
Yeah,
whole heart.
somebody says something. I'm gonna go ahead and put this up here because wait a minute, hold on. Right, this one. That was hilarious.
Robert say, well, I ain't
Robin,
see
like,
that
didn't
coming.
see
What
that
you
coming.
mean? Y'all know, you know.
I'm
I said that
married
on our
too,
I said that on our
Hey.
channel.
All I can say is don't be surprised what comes out of her mouth. Just don't. Just don't. I live with it.
I
I've been doing
want
it
you to
for
be
20 years.
real. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be
That's the only way.
real
Look at
about
here.
this.
It is a
Yeah.
full-time job just being me. Do you know? And I tell people that all the time. I cannot walk around thinking of who I'm going to offend. Oh, if I say this, I can only be me. And everything that I do really comes from my heart. And I might not be everybody's cup of tea, and that is okay. It's billions of people in the world, and I understand that. And so that's all that matters right over there.
Yep, 100%. So, let's see. There's one other thing I wanted to ask you guys about.
Okay.
Are you guys seeing? So, what I'm seeing on my channel, and maybe it's because I'm subscribing to so many carnivore YouTubers channels. Everybody that's starting a new channel, I'm trying to subscribe to it because I want to support all of our
Subscribe is
community.
free. Yep.
But are you guys seeing the animal-based versus plant-based wars that are happening? Like, there's
I
so
really
much
haven't.
Well,
combating. Yeah.
we've kind of had I think about one particular comment recently. I think it was an episode where I talked about my family. We had gotten some emails uh pretty much pretty much talking
We
pretty much
not
trying to
eating the
give it
right way.
pretty much trying to tell me that I'm doing the wrong thing, and I need to
Mm,
do a little more research. And so I kind of took some time and put some thoughts down on paper and responded
yes.
back to him. But it's out there, and you know you can't, it's not for everybody, I understand, and you can't change everybody's mind. right? All we can do is
Right.
provide the information, and they have to make their own decision, draw their own conclusions, and do what's best for them. So, I guess the best way that I kind of think about it is, we'll just agree to disagree, and I try not to really get too involved with some of the wars out there. Just pretty much sharing, like my
Yeah.
wife said, she gave you a laundry list of ailments, and she's telling you now she's fine, and we are pain free. I mean, what else can you ask for? I mean, what else is there?
This is
Right?
how I look at it. I follow the standard American diet. I follow the trend diets.
Mm-hmm.
I was vegan, and now I'm carnivore. And so, out of all four, this is the first time in my life that I have zero issues, no
Wow.
medical issue whatsoever. And I'm turning 60. My
That's
insides, I
amazing.
gave myself, I always say I feel 33 on the inside, and it's probably more like 25, but I'm picking 33 because hopefully when I was 33, I had some wisdom. 25, I might not have had a lot of it. So I
Right.
think
That's
33
true.
is like a really good age
Good age.
where my insides, the way that I thought, and everything like that. So if I'm saying that to you, and I can show you a stack of medical bills where, because those injections weren't free, the prescriptions weren't free, the MRIs weren't free, the bone density test wasn't free, none of those, the x-rays, it goes on and on, the lab work. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
paid a $25 copay, and you still hit me with $78 that the insurance didn't cover. Y'all used to write that off. Now you want the money. So
Right.
I have zero of that now. Nothing, baby.
That's awesome. Yeah.
You
I mean,
can't write
I
and
think,
tell me nothing. Been there, done that, tried it. Now, all I can
yeah,
say to you, give this 30 days. Try
right.
that. But immediately you're going to start thinking about, well, I don't want to give up that bread. Oh, wait a minute. You talking about I can't handle ice cream? I really love me some. Okay, stay sick then. Okay, and I can't say I don't care because I do care. But if
I do
that's
care.
what
Yeah.
you choose for your body, have at it. Don't destroy me. I've already been the vegan. I've already eaten the pyramid. I've done all of those things. And
Mm-hmm.
now, like for instance, they tell you, when you start approaching around 40, your eyesight, and he'll tell you, my first old people disease was bursitis. And when the doctor told me that, I looked at him and said, hey, I got my first old people disease. Because you start checking it off because they tell you, hey, these things are going to start, well, around 40. No, what it is that your body have taken in those pollutants all of your life, and it can't take it anymore. So now it's starting to scream out, and it's screaming out for a steak. That's
That's
what it's
right.
screaming for.
It's
That's what it's
screaming out for
hollering
steak.
for. Because I
That's
promise you,
exactly right.
go ahead and eat you some burgers and some steaks and some and all this other good stuff that I'm eating now. Yeah, some
Yeah.
lamb,
It's funny
some
because
liver.
people always say, I can't believe, I don't think I could stop eating vegetables, but I don't think you can stop eating ice cream and cake and donuts and cookies and all that stuff. Those are the things that are killing you. I mean, I don't think you're going to be like, people always say, I don't think I can live without vegetables, but I really think it's those other things, those addictions that they can't live without, or they feel
All I
like they
can
can't live
say
without.
is live without them for 30 days. That's it. In 30 days, if you don't feel differently, there's no change. Baby, go eat whatever it is that you want to eat, because the moment you go to the doctor, I say this all the time, they give you a 30-day prescription, and you're going to go ahead and
Right.
take that pill for 30 days. And sometimes you got to take the pill 3 times a day or for whatever. And you're going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And what? Every pill comes with a side effect. So you just open your.
Not a side effect, multiple side effects.
Many
Well,
side
you
effects,
know,
yeah.
listen,
Multiple.
back when we were younger, and that a commercial would come on, baby, the writing for like it used to be this big, you couldn't even read it, and back then we couldn't even pause the TV or anything. Now the only time you could pause if you had a VCR and you could pause it to read that little bitty writing. Now
Right.
they just make it part of the commercial. That it's that one Ozempic. Is that I don't know if that's the name. No, Jardian.
Oh,
She up
Guardian.
there she's
Go for
singing
them.
it. Baby, she's singing and she's doing this, and some of the side effects are loose bowel, headaches. You might have migraines. You might your toe might fall off, and she just popping her fingers in there.
Just popping.
Yeah, and did a whole dance, and they done ran across and told you how you gonna have migraines, and then at the end, possible death. And
wow, right.
Yeah, just listen. And now they just make it part of the whole commercial. They don't even hide it no more.
They do.
Because
And then they
know
say it real
exactly
fast.
what's on sugar. And so, wait a minute, you mean if I do Jardins, I can still eat this?
Yeah, and all the side effects are worse than the problem they're trying to solve.
Right.
Because one of them is death.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the only one that really matters, yeah.
And then how about the medicine that you got that you take that you got to go every 2 weeks to get your liver and kidneys checked? Got to get blood work every 2 weeks, so it don't just please.
Right. So
and I'm
Pursuit of Bliss
telling
says
you that there's nothing going on with me, and you trying to tell me that I'm eating wrong?
Right.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Yep.
My standard rebuttal is that I'm fighting for my life, period. There's not a food in the world that's worth more than my life and quality of life. And truly, if you're going to try it for 30 days, seriously give it a good go for 30 days, I really don't think you're going to want to go back.
But you're not going
to want to go back.
Right. But you gotta be honest. I mean, it's got to be an honest effort. I mean, you can't haphazardly do this. You know, carnivore today and tomorrow you go and do something that's not. You know, and you just really gotta.
Yeah, you're gonna have the cravings because it's Okay, watch this here. A drug addict, when you try and say you need to come off drugs, one of the things they start thinking about is what the body has to go through to wean off. And it's like, oh God, I don't know if I'm ready to do that. Okay, I'm saying to you, because that's an addiction. I'm saying to you, when you stop with that caffeine, your body is going to go through withdrawals. When you come off of that sugar, your body is going to go just like that drug addict. It's still affecting your body. You're going to have those massive headaches. You're going to feel like you got to throw up. You are addicted. And so just because you were able to legally purchase it, you think everything is okay. No, it isn't. So why do you want to stay on something that your body is addicted to and you're craving it?
Right. Absolutely. I did a video about addiction yesterday, talking about those sweeteners and how surprised I was with the physical withdrawal that I had to go through to get off of them. You know, and so that was pretty profound in my mind, and I'm hoping that everybody will consider and abstain, because abstinence is the only cure for addiction. Truly.
And it's going to be that way with coffee and any form of sugar. You're going to have those moments. But you know, when we were talking with Carrie, and this is so true, that's why moderation is of the devil. That word right there. So if you kicked being an alcoholic, well, they say once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic, whatever, or you managed to overcome drugs and you've stayed clean for 5 years, no one comes to say, okay, you know, you've been clean. So we should do what for 30? Okay, hold on. Aisha, wait a minute. And you don't go to that recovering alcoholic, recovering addict and say, Now, you've done really well for 5 years. I think now you should be able to have a glass of wine in moderation.
Right.
You should be able to, you smoke a little weed in moderation. Or, all right, I remember, you remember that you used to put this much in your needle. Maybe you had to just drop. You don't have that crazy conversation. It's the exact
No.
same thing with the food. You turn around and it's like, no, once you've kicked it, there's no such thing as moderation of a bad food. Go ahead.
Yeah, and one thing that I think is equal as important. I know we're talking about sugar, but some people may not realize that carbs is in that same category. Your carbohydrates, it metabolizes into sugar, so it's the
Yes.
exact same thing. We're not talking about refined sugar. We're talking about anything that, whether it's carbs that metabolizes into sugar, whether it's fruit that metabolizes into fructose. All of that is a form of sugar. All of that is a form of sugar, and all of it leads to what we're talking about right now, and it's an addiction. So
Okay,
Yes,
baby
it
girl,
is.
you joined late, but I think you over here off of Facebook. So yeah, you are. So one of the things you do, inbox me, and I'm gonna send you my my little pamphlet that I just made that you can look over. And this just has to do with changing what it is that you are eating, living a different life.
Yes, it
And
is.
you I'll have the channel information. But I want you to talk about, if you don't mind, ketosis and what you burning on the SAD diet, and then what you're burning uh
well,
eating this way.
on the standard American diet is based on a healthy dose of carbs. I shouldn't even use the word healthy, but
A
it's
dose of
based on,
carbs.
yeah, healthy. It's based on carbs, and
Hmm.
with very little meat, and that's what your body uses for energy. Well, it's sugar. You're getting a sugar rush, and that's where your energy comes from. But when you get on a proper nutritional diet, um, that consists of meat, protein, your meat, and saturated fats. And when you
Hmm.
do that, your fat then becomes your energy source, right? And uh, that's what you're going to use, and that's what you're going to burn, and that's your powerhouse,
Right.
for energy.
So for me,
And that wait a minute, that pretty much brings about ketosis. That's
yeah.
what ketosis is burning fat instead of carbs for energy.
So like I want to clean the house, you turn the music on, and all while I'm around doing stuff, I say, "Oh, look at that. My energy source is this thigh over here right now.
Right.
My energy source is this arm over here right now,"
Yes.
because that's what it's
Yeah.
burning. It's burning my stored fat. And that is a remarkable. I have not had the sugars, carbohydrates. How many days now? 120,
27 for you, 120.
127 days that I've been
Mhm.
eating a meat diet. I have not keeled over. My
Nope.
blood pressure is, I have beautiful numbers. Some of y'all would just die to have my
They're
numbers.
unreal.
My
Right.
numbers are,
Mine too.
yeah.
Same.
So
Yep.
everything about me now is, all of my numbers, my blood work, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There's no medication in my body. And I didn't drop weight without working out one time.
Yep.
Where they do that at? When you put it in the right fuel source. And
That's
I
right.
just say, love yourself for 30 days. That's it. We try
That's
different
it.
diets. We try all of this other stuff. And for those that did join in, I'm going to put up on my channel it's a PDF that has a sample menu. If you choose to follow that menu, that's on you. It is an actual 4-week menu, but then it follows with 4 blank menu pages. And then you can take ideas from the sample menu or what you want to eat. And you write those in, have your grocery list, And of course, there's instructions that follow behind that as well. And that's where you start. You start loving on you. And I'm telling you, you can live this pain-free life. You can live. That's our channel right there, Hanging with the Browns. Go on YouTube, put that at Hanging with the Browns, one word, just like that. And you'll find us. And there's a video that has a traffic light and say, stop, start here. And I go over some stuff. And I will also have that PDF available on the page in the next couple of days, because it's a couple of things. But if you inbox me, I will send it to you for you to look over. Now, I'm going to be honest. Don't waste my time. It ain't even got to be nosy. If you ready, that's if you ready, all right, then here we go. I'm here to help. But if you still, you all of a sudden thought about that Mountain Dew or that Diet Coke, or I really like Bojangles, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Church's Chicken, all of them. If you just thought all of that, thinking of all of that, you're not ready, and you are an addict to the food.
That's right.
Look how he looking.
So it's about an hour and a half. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna wrap it up. But I just can't appreciate you guys enough for taking the time to come and be on CarnivorousGrama Speaks. I love your passion and your energy. You guys are such an awesome couple, carnivore couple, and I'm super excited. I'm hoping one day my husband and I will be carnivore together. He's keto right now, but he may work his way over here someday, hopefully.
I have two things, Robin, real quick. One is you said something about a speaking engagement on the 21st. I'll be on a cruise. So I do know that. And I just seen right there, need to have me on. I'm more than passionate about it. I will, but I know the 21st of this month, I'll be on a cruise. The other thing is for the community that's watching this, you don't have to be a carnivore. Next year is Frederick and I 20th wedding anniversary, and we are celebrating it on the celebration celebrity reflection, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. We're inviting everybody to come on the cruise with us. Robin, I will send you the link, and so you can have the link that you can put down in the description of this one.
Absolutely.
You have until October, the 28th of this month, to secure your room. It is $200 for the room, for the deposit, $100 per person. And then you have months to pay for it, but you need to secure the room. Now imagine celebrating our anniversary, and I got some surprises. I got some goodies. I got some, we're going to have our personal event while we're there. And I've made arrangements that the drink package is included. If you're carnivore and you want to have club soda or anything to that degree, that's included. If you or your spouse is not carnivore, or you're going and neither one of you are carnivore, go ahead and get yourself some wine. Go and get you a pina colada. It's included. The Wi-Fi is included. Gratuities are taken care of. And it is a $50 per person room credit that you will get as well. So that's $100 for the room. And you can take that and go to the casino. You can spend it on an excursion. You do whatever it is that you want to do. I'm just being excited to be with everybody. So we get to hug, we get to take pictures. If you want to do some live interviews, we're there. Other carnivores are there. In the dining area, we're going to take a massive picture. Oh, it's just so much. Y'all don't want to miss it. This is going to be the thing that you don't want to miss. So that's my last thing y'all wanted to say.
So this question was asked early on by Fr. Humphrey is whether I'm going on a cruise. I have not decided yet. I did talk to my husband about it. I'm like, I want to go on the cruise, but we do have a big family vacation that's planned for June. And there's like 28 of us or 27 of us going to Disney in June. So I got to see if my dollars is going to work out to be able to go. But I
It
do
will,
want to
it
go.
will. Listen, it's all of the desires of your heart. And so you're going to have that bit. Now you come over here with your carnivore family because it's going to be like a big old family reunion. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't never
Right.
met a stranger. I've never met a stranger. So
Mhm.
you can best to believe we family, honey. And that's how I'm going to treat you on the cruise. Like I'm seeing my cousin.
Yes. We
Yeah,
look
he
like we
know
could
it.
be cousins.
Everybody my cousin, honey. And some of y'all, I'm y'all auntie, right? I need to see some of my nieces and nephews.
Well, it's been so good to see you guys. I'm going to have you guys back on again. And when you get back from your cruise, we'll arrange for you to come on Women of Wisdom.
There you go.
CarnivorousGrama speaks with
Now I'll be on another cruise
Women of
Thanksgiving.
Wisdom.
Look, I'll be on another cruise Thanksgiving next month. So
I just
can't be,
heard.
you can't
Brandon
be
was
there
telling
during
me
that
while you
week
were
either.
getting your glasses. You guys are going
Yes.
on a cruise.
Yeah.
So just so awesome to meet you guys. I really appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out with us this evening and just enjoying this. Has been a fun time, informative. These guys are a wealth of information. If you're subscribed to my channel and you're not subscribed to their channel, you definitely go over there and subscribe at Hanging with the Browns. And I think that is it. Anybody, all minds are here? Anybody have anything?
I know. Listen. I'm trying to see some of, let me see, G, are you going? Oh, that's the asking, that's the question. Okay, I see it now. Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to see some of the things. If we didn't get to it, y'all come on over. I can answer questions.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
look
So,
here, we got a special video Saturday.
Mhm.
That's all I can say. Y'all, I can't hold water. I really
hey,
can't.
we're gonna be
Saturday.
looking forward to it.
I'm
We can
telling
be
you, it's a
waiting.
special video Saturday. So
Okay.
Okay, because you had actually asked her about something about the videos, and what she didn't, what she alluded to tell you, is that I'm the brains behind this thing, right? All right, that's what
you
she
know,
alluded.
I would say that. Yes,
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
you. It's
yeah,
all you.
yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, I got
All
something
right.
special coming forward.
I am so
Oh,
excited.
now
I'll
that
be
you put it
looking for
like
it.
that, let me fix that. This is his first video that he's doing.
You know what?
All the rest of them I've done. Now,
You know what?
now that you want to say it, now y'all watch his video.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Be looking for it on Saturday, and we'll see you next time.
All right.
Yes.
Bye bye.